Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are back with a new lecture, and it is going to be the last unit from your textbook. It is a play written by Anton Chekhov, and the play is titled as The Proposal. Before moving to the play, let me introduce you to the writer of the play, who is a Russian short story writer. He is a playwright and a physician. Let me tell you that Anton Chekhov's short stories are considered as best stories in English literature, and he practiced as a physician, as a doctor throughout his literary career. That's why he said that medicine is my lawful wife and literature is my mistress. It is given on your book on page 153. So you are directed to read the whole detail, sentence by sentence. And one thing I want to add here is that in 1896, Anton Chekhov, he renounced theatre. Okay. Why did he renounce theatre? Because he wrote a play, The Seagull, and it proved to be a failure. You got it? It was unsuccessful. But fortunately, after 2 years, the same play was revived and Chekhov became very famous. Okay, then he continued his writings. And when we move towards our lesson, the play, The Proposal, it was originally titled as A Marriage Proposal. Okay, and as we know that Anton Chekhov is a Russian short story writer, so this play highlights Russian way of making a marriage proposal, and it shows the traditions which are followed by Russians while they marry. One thing more, this play is one act play. Okay, so what does that mean? Let me tell you, my dears, as our book is written in chapters. Similarly, when we talk about a play, it is divided into acts and scenes. Are you getting me? And what is the difference between act and scene? An act is a major division in a play. यानी बेटा एक एक्ट में बहुत सारे सीन्स होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्ट 1, इसमें डिफरेंट सीन्स होते हैं. अगर एक्ट 1 यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हुआ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्ट 1 सीन यहाँ पे डेजर्ट है, समझाने के लिए बताता हूँ. तो एक्ट 1 का सीन अब चेंज होगा, डेजर्ट नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इट विल बी ओशन. हाँ, तो एज यू नो दैट इन ऑर्डर टू चेंज सीन्स, ओके, एंड इन ऑर्डर टू चेंज एक्टर्स वी यूज़ कर्टन्स. जैसे हम भी ड्रामा बनाते हैं स्कूल में, तो फिर एक्ट को या सीन को चेंज करने के लिए हम कर्टन लगाते हैं. जब वो सीन चेंज करते हैं फिर कर्टन को हटाते हैं. ओके, सो दिस प्ले इज हैविंग, अगर हम ओरिजिनल प्ले की बात करेंगे, बिकॉज दिस इज जस्ट एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम दैट ओरिजिनल प्ले, A Marriage Proposal. You got it? So this play, the original play is just one act play, and it is a farce. So what do you mean by farce? Farce is a humorous play. First thing is, it is humorous. It is funny. It is just meant to make the reader smile and laugh until their stomach aches. Okay, बहुत हंसाता है हमें. In which characters are involved in complicated situations. Remember that. The characters in a farce are involved in complicated situations using foolishness, and we find that in farce, characters are mostly foolish. They are funny. Okay? So let's move to characters of the play. So there are main three characters in the play. First one is Stephen Stepanovich Chubuko. So in short, we will just call him Chubuko. Okay. The second character is Natalia Stepanovna, and in short, we will call her Natalia. And the third and last one is Ivan Vasilyevich Lomo, and in short, he will be called Lomo. Now, who is Chubuko? He is a landowner. Natalia is his daughter, and Lomo is their neighbor, who is also a landowner. Okay, so they are rich neighbors, they are landowners, and Natalia is 25 years old, and Lomo is 35 years old, and both Natalia and Lomo, they are unmarried. So as the title suggests, the proposal. Now, in this play, Lomo is going to propose Natalia by proceeding towards Chubuko's home. Okay? Now let's see what does happen. So it is Lomo who makes his mind to propose Natalia, and he goes to Chubuko's home. Now, when he reaches Chubuko's home, Chubuko is astonished to find Lomo there. And he is in evening dress, he is in formal dress, he is wearing gloves. Chubuko is surprised, and at the same time, he is very angry. He is very sad because he knows in the heart of his hearts that Lomo is there to request him to lend him some money. He may be in need of some money, that's why he is there. Okay? But on the other side, Lomo makes him clear that he is there with not any other intention rather than seeking the hand of his daughter Natalia. And when Chubuko comes to know that he is not there to lend him some money, but he has the intention which he was yearning for years, it means that Chubuko always wanted, it was his wish that Lomo should ask his daughter's hand because Lomo is very rich land owner. Now what happens next is quite interesting. After some time, when they have a conversation, Natalia comes in and Chubuko leaves them alone so that they may talk with one another about and regarding their marriage, and he goes outside. Now Lomo and Natalia, instead of moving towards the point, they just start arguing on a piece of land. The name of this land is Oxen Meadows. How does it happen? Lomo tells Natalia that as they are good neighbors and their lands are side by side, he tells Natalia that his oxen meadows touches their birch woods. Okay. Now, when he mentions that they are neighbors, they live side by side, and they are neighbors by another way too. It means that their lands are also side by side. On one side there is oxen meadows, on the other side there are birch woods. Okay? When Natalia comes to know that he mentions my oxen meadows, now the fight and the war of words begins here. And they start to argue on this issue. Natalia claims that this land belongs to them. On the other side, Lomo tells her that the land belongs to him. And Lomo tells Natalia that his aunt's grandmother, when she was alive, she lended this land to Natalia's ancestors for 40 years. And in return, Natalia's ancestors, they baked bricks in return. ठीक है, तो कहने का मतलब ये है, नतालिया जो है उसके एंसेस्टर्स जो थे, मतलब जज अजदाद जो थे, उन्होंने लोमो की जद अजदाद थे उनके लैंड को लिया था ऑन रेंट. ठीक है, तो रेंट पे कैसे? नतालिया के साइड में उसके जो रिश्तेदार थे वो ब्रिक्स बे करते थे, फिर किनको देते थे? लोमोस को देते थे. तो ये दो फैमिलीज बन गई, चुबुकोज एंड लोमोस. तो लोमो कहता है ये उनका लैंड था. ऑन द अदर साइड नतालिया क्लेम्स दैट द लैंड्स आर देयर्स, क्योंकि नतालिया कहती है उसे कि एक्चुअली देयर वाज ए कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, तनाज़ था इस लैंड के टुकड़े पे. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली द लैंड and the case was won by Natalia. Now the land belongs to them. Now the argue just takes a boiling point. On the other side, Chibuko enters and he supports his daughter by telling Lomo that the land belongs to them, not to Lomo. But while conversing, मैंने ये बात मेंशन नहीं की, बट इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नतालिया के आने से पहले, एंटर होने से पहले, लोमो चिबुको को कहता है कि ही हैज़ पाल्पिटेशंस. और गेटिंग मी, अचानक से उसे दिल का दौरा पड़ता है. और एक बात वो कहता है कि ऐसा रात में कई बार होता है कि अचानक से उसे लगता है कोई से पुल कर रहा है, तो उसे रात में 10-20 बार वो उठता है, फिर सोता है, उठता है, फिर सोता है. ठीक है, तो उसे ये प्रॉब्लम है नींद में. But Chibuko is not going to spare him because he knows that he is very rich. So अब अपने पॉइंट पे वापस आते हैं कि when Lomo hears that the land is not there, they're claiming the land belongs to them, his palpitation begins. Now he clutches his heart and he just clutches his head. He feels that everything is spinning around him, and at once he wants to leave. He finds his hat and he opens the door and leaves. Okay, on the other side, although they called names to one another, Chibuko tells Natalia that he just a nonsense fellow, and Lomos are supposed to be such. They have no brains, they are just muddle-headed persons. Okay, but at the same time he tells Natalia that this time he was having a real intention, but all in vain. Natalia tells his father what was his real intention, and when Chibuko mentions he was there to propose him, Natalia just hysterics. Okay, she loses her sense, and at once she tells her father that if he will not call Lomo back, she is going to be mad. What happens next? Inshallah, we shall find that in the next lecture. Till then, take care and fi amanillah.